Hey everybody, Russ W. Oker, Go Hills TV, powered by JBS, bringing more to the table. It's a Hy-Vee Warrior win tonight.
Yes.
There you go at the Hellyer Center, a 76-56 win. Coach Dewey joins us now along with Caden Nation. A great game, 15 points, 4 rebounds for this young man tonight. And Coach, we'll start, as always, with your opening comments, thoughts on how your team played tonight.
I thought we responded from yesterday's second half. We spoke about that a lot. We got back to the basics today and shoot around. And defensively, I thought that first half we really played well defensively and did the things that the second half drove me so crazy. We actually fixed those things. We cut the ball in front. We stopped the gaps a little better. We closed out the shooters. We just picked it up with our energy and effort, and I was proud of them for responding the way they did.
Well, you held them to 23 in the first half, and then 56 all total. I think anytime you hold somebody under 60 points, you're going to win a lot of basketball games that way.
No question. I told you the first time we talked, and I'm going to keep on saying it. Defense is our staple. That's what we do.
Caden Nation, 15 points tonight. Caden joins us. Caden, great basketball game. We knew we were going to see a zone defense tonight. Talk a little bit about what you saw from them and how you attacked it.
Yeah, I think that was our first time seeing a zone, so I think we handled it better than going into it. I thought we were. I think we could have knocked down some more threes, but I think we handled it okay for the most part.
You talk about knocking down some threes. I don't think we've seen that game yet like we expect to see. I think it's a good shooting basketball team, and Coach, talk a little bit about, I guess, that and what's still to come, because you feel like when we start shooting the threes like I know we're capable of, we're going to be a really tough team to beat.
Yes, sir. I agree. We shot 5 for 22 today. We shot 22% from 3 and won by 20. That's because of our defense.
Yeah.
I told the guys in the locker room that exact same thing. I said, if we ever just start making shots, these games are going to get a lot easier.
Well, this young man over here, I know, Caden, you were 40% plus last year, and actually we were talking. I was talking with a friend of mine on the way home last night specifically about you. We were waiting to see. We knew you had it in you, and you come out tonight and get 15, and I feel like maybe there's even more yet to come for you, especially with your ability to shoot. Do you feel like you haven't found your groove yet?
100%. Just right now I'm kind of still finding my way on the team, and I think that will come. Just I put in the work to make those shots, and it will come for sure. But right now I'm in a little slump, but I think our whole team is going to come around and start making more shots, and these games are going to get a little bit more blowout than what it has been. Because I mean, like, we haven't been shooting well these last 3-4 games, so I think it'll definitely be more to come after this game.
Well, we're 3-1 right now, and I think obviously it's early. You would hope you're not playing your best basketball. You got a long season to go, but even for early in the season, like I say, you're winning games and we're not necessarily shooting that well. We're doing well on the glass. You got some guys putting out some great effort. Abdullah Fall, Vlad Simerich, comment on their performance tonight.
They both played really hard. I was proud of both of them. Lai got in a little foul trouble early in the first, so he had to sit for a long time. He kind of came out in the second a little jittery because he hadn't played in about 30 minutes and turned the ball over a couple times. But once he found his groove, he started doing what he does, and that's play hard, attack the basket, play unselfish, and just rebound and defend and just play with that edge that he plays with.
Only 11 turnovers tonight. That's right there in that realm you're happy
That's
with,
close.
right?
That's close. What's the goal, Caden?
Under 10.
Under 10. 10 or fewer. 10 or fewer. We've had 11 twice now.
Yeah.
Waiting for that 10 or fewer.
Well, I don't want to give it away, but I got a feeling that if you never turn the ball over more than 11 times all year, you'd probably be pretty happy. You'd be all right.
But 10's the number.
10's the number. We got to get to 10. We got to get to 10. You know, we've got a lot of depth, and that's great, but that has to be a challenge for you. As the season wears on, how do you balance that? You got so many good athletes. You bring guys off the bench and this talented young man. So talk about the challenges of that.
It's got to be in practice. I mean, that practice has to determine who plays, and we got to ramp this thing up. I was telling the guys kind of our schedule the next 10 to 11, 12 days, how rigorous is going to be on our bodies with flying and travel and 5 road games in a row after this Dodge City game coming up. So we got to find that happy medium of competing every single day in practice and getting after it and getting better every day and not wasting any days. But at the same time, we got to take care of our bodies too, because we got a lot of travel coming up with some road games.
We had the 18-point halftime lead. They did get it to single digits. What was the message during the timeouts at that point, and what was going on with you at that point when they did get it, make a run at us again?
We got to come out in the second half. I even asked the guys in the locker room after the game. I was like, do I got to come in here and just go crazy to get y'all to play harder in the second half? I feel like we've come out in the second half just flat and low energy the last couple of days, and we got to fix that. I mean, we got chances going up 18 in the first. I mean, you got a chance in the first 5 minutes of the second half to put a team out right then and there, and not have to worry about all that stuff going on at the end of the game. And we got to learn. We got to be more attention to detail. We got to be sharper. We just got to go back. We got to watch film. We got to figure out how to come out in the second half and pick up where we left off.
Well, we're 3-1. We've got Dodge City coming in next week. It's obviously going to be another good opponent. Our third out of the state of Kansas. They play some pretty good basketball there. Have you had a chance to pay any attention to them yet, or has that come now?
I mean, I've been watching from afar. I hadn't watched any film necessarily. They've dropped a couple close ones here late, but Dodge City's always going to be good. Any Jayhawk school's always going to be competitive. They're well coached. It's going to be another tough game. I mean, these have been 4 really good home games to start that have tested us in different ways, and coming up with Dodge City, it's just going to be another one.
Caden, talk a little bit about the crowd tonight. I thought we had a pretty good crowd here at the Hellyer Center tonight. Did you guys get some good energy from that?
Yeah, it was great, especially in the first half. I feel like it was great energy, and it's a lot more than what I'm used to. Coming here, it's a real atmosphere, so that's great. Sure.
We talked about the zone that they played, and it seems to me through the past few years, zone defenses have given Indian Hills, I know it's a different group of players, but for whatever reason, more trouble than man-to-man. Why is that, you think? What's the problem that zones bring?
It's just a different flow of the game. It's something that we don't practice every single day. I mean, for 4 or 5 months, we've been going against man-to-man every single day for hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it's just something that you don't do on a daily basis, and it's just a different flow, and you just got to have a feel for spacing and where guys are in zone. I thought we did a good job, especially in the first half, getting the ball moving, getting loaded sides, keeping the ball hot, sharing the ball, being unselfish, and getting good open looks. We just got to continue to do that. Continue to do what works, and I feel like we had some flashes, but again, that's not the last time we're going to see zone, so we're just going to continue to get better at it. And one day, if we can make some shots, make my job a lot easier.
We'll get those free tater olays. If we start making some shots, we'll get to the triple digits. Still haven't seen Javian, and what can you tell us about him? When will he be able to play? His is a transfer situation.
Yeah, it's a transfer situation. I think he's got one more game to sit. He's got to finish up this fall semester of school and classwork, and then hopefully we'll be able to get a look at him soon.
And DeShagas, what's his
still
update
waiting
there?
on he's got a weird injury that people don't know much about. We're waiting on the doctor to make some calls and figure out what we got to do to move forward with him.
All right, you're 3-1. Obviously, you'd love to be 4-0. You like to win them all. But as a whole, if you evaluate what you've seen from your team, how pleased are you with where they're at here in the early stages of the season?
We're in a good place if we can play better in the second half.
All right. All right, Coach Dewey and our man Caden Nation 15 points leading the way for the Warriors tonight as we get the 20-point win over Tyler, Texas, and go to 3-1 on the season. Back home against Dodge City on Tuesday, and then we go on the road for a bit. So let's pack the Hellyer Center on Tuesday night. Big thanks to Coach and Caden for joining us. That's going to do it for us on Go Hills TV, powered by JBS.
Go Warriors!